वो सफेद बाल देखे कोई भी समझ जाएगा। बोलने का जरूरत नहीं कि हम सफेद बाल हैं। चलो फिर स्टार्ट।
Yes, sir.
Hello all, hello all, hello.
Hello.
गुड मॉर्निंग।
So HHF के साथ हमारे साथ we have the legendary Dr. Farokh Master sir along with us, and HHF is discussing homeopathic pearls, the vast experience of sir of last 45 more than 45 years, 40 years,
44 years, 45 going.
45 going, very good,
45 years.
and 44 years of experience, and we are just extracting some beautiful pearls from the master, and on 11th and 12th of January
2025.
please note down the dates. 11th and 12th of this coming year 2025 January, we are organizing a seminar, sir, and please can you tell us some details about the seminars?
So in this seminar, we are definitely invited lot of learned speakers, Mayuresh being one of them. Then we have got Dr. Ranjan Belsare. Then myself, I will talk on cancer remedies, show some cancer cases. We have some dignitaries from abroad who will talk on Iskador therapy like Dr. Monz and Stephan Baumgartner. And we will try to show you a lot of rubrics, therapeutics. We will also do a jugalbandi on materia medica on cancer remedy, especially related to female cancer, because cancer is a very vast subject. We can't cover all the cancers, but we will talk on female cancer. And today, I think so we will have a very rough discussion on a very good female remedy, Asteria rubens.
अब आएगा मजा.
Maybe you all can talk from HHF and then I will talk from HHC.
Yes, definitely, sir.
You first.
Anyone, Yogesh, you start with remedy and
Asterias rubens, जो हम लोग समझते मतलब what we understand from Asterias rubens is we have seen that females usually have this feeling that females are born to suffer, or means that is what that patient gets from her mother, or she has seen in her relatives that she has to suffer and she is made or born to bear this suffering. So we have got a rubric for that. That rubric is
delusions suffering women through the ages conscious of. So okay, sir.
so anyone?
I say this is the closest remedy to ignitia, because this remedy is there in the rubric sensitive to moral impressions, and basically the basic difference is ignitia won't go out of the home, but the amount of anger ignitia possesses is about or limited to that moment only, but Asterias keeps that anger within herself, and that is where it goes into the deeper pathology. Yes, Maru?
Everyone knows that Asterias is a remedy for cancer, a wonderful remedy for breast cancer. If you go back and read Materia Medica, it's a wonderful remedy for breast cancer.
Absolutely.
Along with the acne and all, it's okay. But for if you are talking about cancer, it's a wonderful remedy. But how we understand this Asterias rubens is that the woman goes on suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering. Since ages means what? Since the rubric is conscious of being suffering by a woman since ages means what? Okay, I am suffering, my mother is suffering, my grandmother is also suffering, my great grandmom is also suffering.
Generations.
So they have a typical acceptance that yes, I am a woman, so I have to suffer. Now this feeling is very peculiar in Asterias. So if I'll give you an example, a girl suffering from some severe problem on the breast, and it was going towards Girat, na kya hota? Third.
Girat score.
Second, third, fourth. It was going on progressing. What is this thing going on? Which thought is multiplying, man? What is this going on? She said, doctor, actually, I am a girl, and my mother never wanted me as a daughter. She wanted me as a boy. I asked the mother directly, why? What happened? So the mother said, during pregnancy, I was praying that I should get a baby boy, because what I have suffered, what my mother has suffered, I don't want to see my daughter suffering, because I have always seen a female or a woman is always suffering.
Always suffering.
So this is what I was, and when I see my daughter growing up, I was like, oh my God. And this thought process from the mother, now this can be also thought of when there is an inherited thought process from the mother to the child. So the problem of this tumor of this cancer was not the daughter suffering, but the mother who was suffering. She was just a carrier of this bloody negative thoughts of being a woman, which was transmitted to the child, and there this suffered from this. And then we described Asterias rubens with the same rubric, conscious about the suffering of the woman through ages.
So my experience with Asteria goes back about 30-35 years back, when I saw an American woman with an advanced breast cancer fungating on the left breast. The story goes like this, that she was abused a lot in sexual relationship. You should also know that Asteria has a very strong, high sexual desire. Another very important thing about Asteria is the anger issues. It has an anger extremely similar to Nux vomica. Third thing about Asteria, what I saw in this lady was a guilt, because what she has done in her life. Now guilt is not directly mentioned in Asteria in the Materia Medica, but if you see delusion, ear voices, delusion of smell, delusion of dirty smell coming in the nose, these are all the symptoms of Asteria. Also, many times in Asteria cases of breast cancer that I have seen, there is a delusion of being trapped, totally being trapped, and she cannot come out of this situation because she keeps on getting abused and abused and abused, and there is no way out. With a strong desire for cheese, if you put all these things together, then Asteria comes up beautifully. I treated that lady with advanced cancer only with homeopathy, without any treatment, because in those days, 30 years back, there was no even immunotherapy and not many good chemotherapeutic drugs. Almost 35 years have passed, she is totally cured with her cancer, and she is happily living.
So, as wonderful case, this Asteria rubens, as sir told, guilt is also, if we understand guilt is also again a multiplication of negative emotions, which also leads to cancer.
So she is having disgust feeling about the sex, kissing and all the things. It is very much disgust.
So you find this polarity in Asterias, because there is also the rubric, the remedy is insensitive to moral impressions as well as moral feeling want of. So the adaptability because of the sexual abuse that the women is suffering through ages, Asterias takes two different directions. One is either totally immoral acts, or then she gets trapped into her own morality feeling. This polarity is also seen in many Asteria cases.
Also, Ignatia is hysterical and Asteria is also
hysterical.
Yes.
So
And
keep that in mind.
so I got a wonderful insight right now, when it's the anger of Asteria is very close to Nux vomica. So my dear friends, if at all you are thinking of Nux vomica and coming up, please think about Asterias. One more thing, just the polarities. Because of sexually abused, there are two things happening. One is absolutely disgust about sex, as what Amol said. Disgust about sex, and one is over
the excessive sexual desire.
So ऐसा मजा आने वाला है. So
this is what is happening. This is just a trailer of what would happen at our cancer seminar
on the 11th and 12th of January.
My dear friends, I always appeal every homeopath. See, homeopathy is a broad section, multi-dimension section. We need to understand what are the different ways to understand the deceased person. Sometimes it may understand. We should understand with the full, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, in its whole extent. That is very, as Hanuman sir
Totality.
Totality. देखते हैं यार कैसे नए और कुछ मोड्स है, कुछ अलग
बहुत सारी चीजें सीखने मिलेगी.
सारा लर्निंग प्रोसेस मिलेगा.
Mark your dates 11th and
12th of Jan. We'll see you there.
See you there.
venue क्या
Venue?
This Bombay Hospital Auditorium.
Bombay
Bombay
Hospital.
Hospital Auditorium.
Yes.
Ciao.
Ciao.
See you.
See you.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes.
इसमें स्ट्रेंज भी बहुत काफी होता है.
Family
फैमिली
वो अभी वो कितना बदल
देने वाला नहीं है.